Friends, good evening. Welcome back. Let's talk about today's news and go through it real quick. So, today they're saying oil discusses with the parliamentary committee a draft amendment to the investment law for the refining of crude oil 64 of 2007. Now remember, that's kind of the beginning point when, again, that set of 2007, that was the beginning point when Iraq was pretty much first ready to implement their oil and gas law. So I did a quick review on this, and here's a quick summary of this article for you guys.
Summary and key points. The proposed amendments to Iraq's investment law for the refining of crude oil number 64 of 2007 are indeed related to the country's oil and gas law. The amendments aim to make the law more attractive to investors and create an environment that encourages investment in the refining sector. Superscript 1. This move is part of the government's program to develop the refining sector, support the economy, and develop resources.
All right, give me 1 second here. I'm actually trying to bring something up on a different screen pertaining to a different article that I want to cover with you guys that has to do with the 5%. Okay, so we've got that. Let's look at the next article here. It says the abandoning of currency auctions, that one. So this morning another one came out. It says Iraq presents to the U.S. Treasury date for abandoning the currency auctions. And the currency auctions will end or be abandoned the day that the rate changes, which the rate will change on a Sunday morning. That's when the currency auctions will end, when the rate changes. So basically in this article they're saying that the currency auctions will end by year end. And remember here, they're talking, in this article, they are talking to U.S. officials, and this is not a budget-related item. They're just generally making a generalized statement saying by year end. So basically, and the general calendar they work off of, it would be the U.S. calendar. And what they're saying in this is that, again, by year end, so by the end of December, by the end of this year, the currency auctions will end, meaning the rate would have to change, allowing the auctions to end, is what they're basically telling you in this. So, and one of the major items in this that I wanted to cover with you guys, give me 2 seconds here. Again, I'm looking at a different screen trying to find the, so there's, hold on. Apologize. Okay, it says the last 5% of Iraq's foreign remittances that are still processed outside the new electronic platform are awaiting final integration, which is expected to be completed by the end of 2024, again, by the end of this year. It's to do it, it's literally, and now here's the thing, this is a classified investment, they're not going to give you the date. That's why the closest they're getting you to a date is saying by year end. So at the end of the day, they're just giving you a back wall. Okay, for the timing of the rate change, for the timing of ending and abandoning the currency auctions and so forth. Okay, but on this one, they're saying that there's some critical steps in this, which are international steps and actions. And that's what that last 5% is waiting on. Okay, so some compliance, some regulatories, that kind of stuff. Okay, and part of the last 5% too would involve sending foreign currencies and so forth, along with direct bank transfers. So again, so for the last 5%, that's waiting on the rate to change, along with abandoning and exiting the currency auctions. That's waiting on the rate change as well. So today's news, and there were other articles similar to this today talking about the banking reforms and how the electronic system is 95% implemented, but again, the last 5% will be implemented by year end of 2024. Again, that transition or step is waiting on the rate to change, and they're telling you that last 5% weighting on the rate of change will be implemented and active by the year end of this year. Okay. They're not going to give you the rate change date. They can't. It's classified. Next article, Al-Nasiri calls on the government to enable the private sector to contribute to providing job opportunities for the unemployed. Let's read. Let's cover a summary on this real quick.
Samir al-Nasiri, advisor to the Iraqi Private Banks Association, is urging the government to empower the private sector to create jobs for the unemployed. He points out that Article 25 of the Iraqi Constitution emphasizes the government's role in supporting and developing the private sector, which is crucial for providing job opportunities and assisting the government in managing its appointments. Superscript 1. Al-Nasiri suggests that the private sector needs real government support to fulfill its role in creating jobs. This includes banking sector support. The banking sector should play a significant role in financing small, medium, and large projects owned by the private sector. Involvement in economic decisions. The private sector should be involved in making important central economic decisions. Participation in central committees. The private sector should participate in central committees linked to the presidency of the Council of Ministers, such as the Ministerial Council for the Economy and the Economic and Financial Reform Cell. By providing this support, the private sector can create job opportunities for graduates and the unemployed in various specializations. Superscript 1. This call to action is particularly important, given Iraq's high unemployment rates, especially among youth and women. Superscript 2. In fact, initiatives like the UNDP's Job Matching Project have already shown success in providing training and job opportunities for Iraqi youth. Superscript 3. Additionally, organizations like the World Bank Group are working to support private sector development and job creation in Iraq.
They are going international. Those are international steps and actions. MP, Iraq is heading towards major economic changes and global urban revolution. They indeed are. They're about to go international. And hold on. There was another critical article that I wanted to. Head of Parliamentary Finance. No official can fail to commit to localizing Kurdistan salaries. So let's cover. I'm going to give you guys a summary on this article.
The head of Parliamentary Finance, Atwan al-Atwani, is emphasizing the importance of localizing Kurdistan salaries, stressing that no official can fail to commit to this decision. This comes after the federal court's decision to localize employees' salaries, which has yet to be fully implemented. Superscript 1. Al-Atwani highlighted the significance of adhering to the understandings and agreements between the federal government and the Kurdistan regional government, noting that the relationship between the two has gone through various stages of tension and relief since 2003. He attributed the current differences to misunderstandings about the nature of this relationship. Superscript 1. The Parliamentary Finance Committee played a crucial role in bridging the gap between Baghdad and Erbil, hosting a meeting that led to a breakthrough in their relationship. The committee's upcoming visit to the region aims to consolidate this relationship, resolve outstanding differences, and ensure consistent application of laws to citizens across Iraq. Superscript 1.
And here's an article talking about tax. Iraq recently, throughout the month of September, has put a huge emphasis on taxation. They're working towards amending their tax laws in place. I think their old tax laws go back to the 1980s and haven't been amended for a very long time. So they're talking about amending those because they're transitioning to going international, and that would be a World Trade Requirement step. Iraq presents to the U.S. Treasury date for banning the currency auction. We've definitely covered that. And then we will end with this article right here. Another article, actually more than one today, came out talking about redenominating and deleting the zeros. So this one right here says Iraq plans currency redenomination amid economic challenges. Let's cover a summary on this article.
The Central Bank of Iraq, CBI, is actively discussing the removal of zeros from the Iraqi dinar, though the plan remains under assessment. Iraq is reducing its reliance on the US dollar for trade, aligning with broader economic challenges such as rising global energy and raw material costs. the CBI has amended monetary policies to boost confidence in the dinar and mitigate devaluation risks. To enhance financial stability, Iraq has increased its foreign currency and gold reserves, positioning itself to better handle economic crises. Redenomination, which involves removing zeros from the currency to simplify financial transactions and curb inflation, was postponed by the Iraqi government earlier this year due to the unsuitable economic climate. Last year, plans for redenomination were linked to easing financial transactions in Iraq's cash-based, oil-centric economy.
So there you guys go. They've put out about 9 of these articles since Saturday talking about deleting the zeros. So if you're not with us on Patreon, you're more than welcome to join. And you can see all these articles yourself. They're all posted. You can see them all, read them all, view them all, and get a better, accurate understanding of what's happening. The major thing right now that we're looking for is on September 7th, news came out stating that the Parliamentary Finance Committee took the unconstitutional budget and had submitted it to the judiciary, that's the court, for review. So, based on that article, we would be waiting for the court's or judiciary's statement and decision and ruling on that. Okay? Basically, once the court announces their ruling on it, that's when the budget would go back to the Council of Ministers for a final step of being constitutionally amended by Council of Ministers. Again, if you're not with us on Patreon, you're more than welcome to join. Patreon Dinar Investor. Friends, thank you very much and have a great evening. Take care.